Welcome to another episode of Sports and Discourse with your host, Derek Stevenson. And on today's episode, I want to take a look at Grant Nelson, a current transfer portal athlete that Kentucky is currently, in contacts with. He's another kind of a stretch, versatile big man, if you will. I think he plays for, North Dakota State, and he looks pretty good. So I just want to run through some of his clips with y'all, and we can, break it down and see what we like about him, what we may not like about him, and if we, would appreciate having him on the team, man. So let's get into these clips and take it from there. Um, Man, right off the bat, you can tell that he is one of the new age big men. He is a new era basketball player. I just think the majority of the big men that come out now are going to play basketball on the perimeter like this. But I like it. Stretch the floor. He can handle the ball pretty good, shoot the ball decent. Um, he just looks like a guy that can help you from a whole lot of different spots on the court. I believe that Aaron Bradshaw this is the type of game that Aaron Bradshaw wants to play. And I hope that he's allowed to turn it loose at Kentucky. But this is just where the game is going nowadays. You're just gonna start to see all the big men play more like this. But I like it. Now, obviously he plays at North Dakota State, so the competition probably wasn't, as good or as tough as it's going to be if he transfers to the SEC. We've seen recently that some guys that may have left some of these Power Five conferences and went down. Things get a little tough when they start playing the Power Five schools again. But if he can bring just a little bit of this to the table, it could still be very helpful at Kentucky, seeing how as we pretty much lost all of our bigs except for Anyenzo at this point. So yeah, he could definitely help us out, I believe. He definitely got a decent handle. He attacks the basket a lot. He plays on the perimeter, but he doesn't fall in love with shooting threes. Now he definitely takes his fair share of jump shots, but he abuses people at the rim, and that's what I like, that he just doesn't fall in love with the three. He shoots jumpers, but when he can get to the basket, he goes to the basket. And he don't give up on the basket. If you stop his first move, he seems to just try to make two or three moves. He's very active at his level. He's always floating to the rim. Seems to have pretty good court vision, but like as we see right there, he makes the pass and then he flashes to an open spot to get the ball back. And look like he plays a little in the mid range as well. Mid range post up would be a good thing to see at Kentucky. But his ball handling seems pretty legit for a guy his size. He definitely can give you a couple of cutback moves. He seems to have a pretty good balance when he makes his moves. Right there, he's hitting step backs like a big James Harden. But yeah, man, he loves to give double moves. You're gonna have to play D. You can't let up because he stays in attack mode. He's super aggressive, man. He's very aggressive, and I love the fact that he makes cutback moves. He, like in that last play, he was floating to the basket and then he took the ball behind his back, went back to the middle, and then for the easy layup. Um, so you got to be locked in defensively to stop this dude because he's gonna hit you with 2 or 3 moves in his bag. He gonna figure out a way to get his shot off, and if he has to give the ball up, then he's gonna give it up, and quickly he's gonna move to another spot to try to get it right back. So he's definitely hungry to get buckets. And he does it, like I said, he does it from everywhere. He'll hit you with the step back jump shot. He can post you up in the mid range and shoot jumpers, or he'll attack the basket from the floor, or he'll try to back you down if he can. He's just super versatile, man. He looks like if he can translate some of this to Power 5 basketball, he looks like a legit NBA prospect. I'm not sure that they wouldn't take him, you know, in this year's draft or maybe next year's draft and just, make him a project player, because he definitely looks like the type of guy that will be worth risking a pick on, because if he could potentially get a little bit stronger, and I know he probably have to learn to shoot a little bit better, but he has all the potential and the tools that you would like to see for a guy that plays, out on the floor and can play underneath the basket. He kind of, I don't know what his defense is like, but he kind of has a little bit of like Chet Holmgren in him as far as just kind of how versatile he could be on the offensive end of the court. Kind of built the same way. They both tall, skinny dudes, decently athletic. But he definitely got some tools, man. So I wouldn't mind seeing him in a Kentucky uniform next year for sure. Yeah, he got nice ball fakes. Look at him, man. He can run the break, and he's playing against a dude that might actually be taller than him. But he still figures out how to get the ball off. He can give you a couple of dribbles and create a little space if you up on him too close. But if he got an angle, he's gonna go around you and try to dunk the ball. That's one thing. If he has an angle to get by you, he's gonna get by you. And when he goes by you, he goes to finish. Like, he doesn't play soft. Like, he gets up in the air and he tries to dunk everything. And he got lovely cutback moves, man. I seen enough. I seen enough guys, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about him. And somebody find out what his numbers were and let me know. Cause I never watched him play in real time, so I don't know, you know, how he really gets busy. But from the highlights, man, he looks pretty good, man. Like I said, he looks like he got some pro potential. He seems like he's the epitome of what the new age big man is trying to be. And like I said, I seen a lot of clips of Aaron Bradshaw when he's doing his workouts and stuff like that. And he's playing the same type of way this guy's playing. That's just how bigs want to play now. Big men are just tall guards now. They might rebound a little bit more. They might block a couple of shots, but realistically, everybody is learning to play the game on the perimeter towards the basket. You just don't see a lot of guys that just learn the game with their back to the basket anymore. Everybody's attacking off the dribble. Everybody's shooting the ball from deep. And he looks like he's got the total package. Offensively, like I said, I really didn't get to see a feel for how he gets down defensively. He's pretty athletic, so I could see him probably being able to block a few shots here and there. He's not as skinny as some of the big men that we've had lately, but he still probably could stand to put on a little bit of weight as long as he doesn't sacrifice too much of his athleticism. But I like him. I think him and Aaron Bradshaw could be a tough combination. They both could kind of play off of each other, shoot threes. They could probably even play pick and roll together because Nelson looks like he'll find the open man and then cut to the basket. So they could potentially be a dangerous combination. And then you factor in that he will be playing with, some guards like DJ Wagner, Justin Edwards, Rob Dillingham that can probably easily get to the basket. And they might have a field day around the basket catching alley oops and different things like that, catching the ball for open jump shots. It actually, I think, as good as our perimeter players probably can be, it might make things a whole lot easier for our big men this year. Last year, our big men really had to work hard to get the ball a lot. They didn't get too many easy ones, but if we can get people penetrating and getting our bigs some open looks this year, including Grant Nelson if he comes and joins the squad, we could be tough, man. I think we're just missing one more piece. Obviously, we didn't get Hunter Dickinson. And then Trey White, after I had just profiled him, he ended up going to Louisville. So, we just got a couple more pieces, and then we could end up being tough. Like I said, I ain't going to count my chickens before they hatch because last year's team I thought was going to be a Final Four contender and potentially win the championship. And we kind of struggled, didn't get things all the way right to the very end of the season. So I ain't going to talk and get too far ahead of myself, but I like Grant Nelson. He looks pretty good. He seems like a guy that I would love to have on the team, and hopefully his game would translate to stepping up to a Power 5 conference. So we'll see, man. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think about Grant, and we'll get back at it next time. Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson.